Good evening, YouTube family. It's been a while since Grammy Nene has done a video. I had a week off and did a little vacation. Hold on just a second. My water wasn't cut all the way off and it was dripping over there. Anyway, I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Grammy Nene had a wonderful Thanksgiving. And I thought that it was time for me to get back in here and do some cooking with you. And because I've missed doing some things. I had lots of plans to do a lot of videos through Thanksgiving, but we went to Branson for a few days, and when we got back on Wednesday, it was 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I had a lot to do, and it was bam, 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 and I wasn't able to get in here and video, but had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Can't complain. I'm blessed every day. But today, we're going to make something a little lighter, because Grammy put on a few pounds over the vacation and Thanksgiving, and I'm trying to get some things under control. So tonight on the menu, we're going to make spaghetti squash, and I'm going to show you how to do this in the microwave. But you have to do some things, because this thing will blow up on you in the microwave if you don't do it correctly. So let me take it over there. We're going to take our little sticker off. I'm going to go over to the sink and clean it. I should have done that before I started videoing, but I was anxious to get on here with you guys this afternoon. So let's go over here. We're just going to give it a little cleaning. We don't eat the outside anyway, but we want to make sure it's a little clean. And I want to get me a little hand towel out from underneath here. Let's dry it off. I need this cutting board. I'm going to show you. I've got 2 or 3 different kind of meals going on, because Harold doesn't like the spaghetti squash, and he doesn't want noodles because he's trying to do a little low carb. So he's having turkey patties. I'm kind of turn them into like little meatloaf patties and some green beans. And Megan's having the spaghetti sauce that I'm making to go with this, but she's having some noodles with it. So tonight I'm doing 2 or 3 different things. They're all simple and easy. I try to please everybody. So let's put you down here. I just got out of the shower and my hair is a mess. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with this, because you do have to do some prep to it before you put it in the microwave. So let me grab my big knife. Now I love to use this knife. What I do is I just kind of stab into it. And you have to do a few pressure holes in it, because if you don't, it can blow up in the microwave. So this knife is the easiest, because it has these little hooks on the end. You have to be very careful that you don't cut yourself. I like to put about 5 to 6 in there. That way you know it's not going to build up pressure on the inside, and it's going to cook like you want it to. Be careful not to cut yourself. Although it looks dangerous, I'm really taking my time. So let's put a couple over here. And I like to get through that shell. When I feel it go through, then I know that I'm doing it right. Okay. I think that's going to be plenty. Now I have to get it back out, because see, that's how tough it is. So I kind of wiggle it. I got it in there pretty good this time. There it goes. So now we're going to go over here, and I'm going to take you over here. We're just going to switch you around where you can see the microwave. I'm going to put it in the microwave. And yes, this is in the microwave. I have killed yet another microwave. Let me tell you a tip. There's a little metal thing on the inside of this microwave. It sits on the side. And that's your power. And it can't take oil. And I was doing my cabinets with Murphy's oil, and I was wiping my counters and all that stuff. Didn't think, opened it up and wiped out my microwave. It turned into a lightning storm on the inside of it. And we could have fixed it with a $5 part, but we just felt safer buying a new one. So Grammy Nene has yet another new microwave, and I have learned another lesson. about what not to do and what not to put in a microwave. So, one of the good things is I got a bigger microwave. The other one was smaller. So we're going to put this in here for about 15 minutes. We're going to let that go for 15 minutes. Sometimes it may need an extra time, extra 5 minutes in there. So let's get you all situated back around here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop an onion, because we're fixing to put a pound of ground turkey and an onion in the thing. I can't put a whole lot of different things in there because we're making this for a picky eater. Now, if it was me, I would put anything I had, any kind of vegetable I had in there. So I've got some frozen vegetables out there that's got like eggplant in it and cucumber and squash, and they're all in there for like a stir fry. I'd put that up in there. It's good for you. So you guys watch me chop an onion. I'm not a professional. One of the things I want to know is, how did a candy cane get up in my Ziploc bag with this onion? These people are crazy around this house, I tell you. So let me get my chopping knife. So I'm going to chop an onion. Make your spaghetti however you like it. If you like lots of veggies in it, do it lots of veggies. I'm just going to do about that much onion, because Megan's not that crazy about it, and I have to chop it small. And I have to make sure it's fried off really good. So I just do it like that, and then I just go to the side and just start chopping it. Just kind of flip it that way. Keep my thumb out of the way so I don't get cut. And that's how I chop an onion. Do the same thing over here. Flip it, start cutting it and spinning it. I can't do all that fancy shelf stuff. You know, that just ain't Grammy Nay Nay. I'm a cook. I would like to say I'm self-taught, but I'm not. I've been taught by many different loved ones, many different cooking shows, many different things I've learned. Watching a lot of other YouTube channels too, which I love to do. So we've got that in there. We're going to add that in there. And I know that looks like a lot of onion, but it will cook down. So now we've got that going. Now I'm going to set that up there. I'm going to move this stuff down. Put that onion over there, and I'll put it over there. And I'm going to move you guys over closer to the skillet so you guys can watch what's going on. Now let me see if I can hunt up my IKEA spoon. IKEA spoon, where are you? Because that's what I like to use with my cast iron skillets. It's not good to use I do it, but it's not good to use a metal spoon in here. Over here I've got boiling water. So what I'm fixing to do is I'm fixing to add little noodles to that, because Megan's having hers with some of these noodles. That's her favorite shape of noodles. And to this one, I'm just going to, I'm all over the place tonight. Usually I'm more prepared, but I was so eager to get a video up for you guys because it's been a while. I just thought I'll let you go for the whole ride. Normally I already had the onions chopped and all that, but I'll let you go the whole way. Grammy has our Christmas tree going on at Christmas time in the city up in here. And on the back burner, if you didn't notice, I had something cooking. My husband requested balsamic bacon green beans, so that's what he's having tonight with his turkey burgers. I'm going to get this turned up. I had cut it down, but it's still not be too high. Let's get them onions, let's let them caramelize a little bit. We've got that going over there. It's been in for a few minutes. And let me tell you about some of the awesome things that we did in Branson. Branson is like our favorite place. It's where we took our honeymoon. My kids love it. Great memories of vacations when they were little. When me and Harold married, Michael was 12 years old, and Alexis was 9. And we didn't take a vacation that year because we went on our honeymoon, but we went to Six Flags. And then the next year, we went to Branson, in 2007, and from that year on, it became our tradition to go in June every year. And then as the kids got older, and we started doing some different things, and sometimes it's a bittersweet thing to go back because there's so many memories of the kids being home. And Michael's grown now, and Alexis has grown, and they both are parents. They both have children, and of their own. So Megan's our only one that's left at home, but we had a lot of good time. I'm going to slide it in here. I took a picture with the Queen of Cooking. Okay. It was a cardboard cutout, but it still tickled me to get a picture made with Paula Dean. I didn't eat at a restaurant because we did last year. And this year we had other plans and other things, but I did go in and look in her shop because I just love her shop. I just love her store. And we just had a visitor come pop in here. She's ready for some supper. I was going to cook supper, and I got on the phone talking to my brother that lives in East Tennessee. And we missed not being able to see each other this year. He had surgery and wasn't able to travel here. And my parents all of my parents, because I have two sets of parents, are at the age where we're trying not to really expose them to COVID. So we didn't get to go and meet up at my mom's house. And that was kind of a sad thing, but I know that they're safe, and so that's a good thing. But anyway, hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving, because I did, and I ate way too much. Way too much. That whole table over there, that's a big table. It will take 6 chairs if I had all of the chairs to it. And it was full of desserts. Just desserts. It had desserts from that end today, and I had to move usually I serve over here on this buffet. So usually where I serve my desserts, but it just wasn't enough room. So I moved my little truck and stuff that's over there on the table, my little display, put it over here. And we just used the big table because we take folding tables and put them in our living room. And that's where we all sit and eat. We push the furniture all back, and we all have a big table, and we decorate it for Thanksgiving. And I'm not a fancy person. But at Thanksgiving, I pull out my china that my mom gave me, and we use glasses to drink out of instead of the red cups. And we have a little bit of a fancier time. Because Thanksgiving is important. Thanksgiving is where you're being thankful for all the things that you have, all the wonderful things. And I've heard so many people say they can't wait for this year to be over. They can't wait for this year to be over. They can't. And it's been a hard year. It's been a hard year. But I have a roof above my head. I'm sitting here making 3 different meals for people for dinner. I can open up that freezer and it's full. Refrigerator's full, and I have another freezer outside. I'm very blessed. My lights are paid. I have a job. So it's been a wonderful year for me. So there's been so many people that's been sick and different things like that, and I haven't seen my parents since March, which has been kind of sad to me. I've seen one set in March and one set in, I think I've seen them in, I don't know when I've seen them. Can't even remember. That's how long ago it's been. So, anyway, our onions are getting just about where we're ready to add our meat to. So, I'm going to put this down here. This is just a basic spaghetti recipe. The only thing that we're going to be doing any different is we're going to be using that spaghetti squash for our noodles for me. And I'm going to tell you, I love vegetables. There's no reason for me to be overweight. If I could just keep the sweets out of my house and the bread out of my house, there wouldn't be an issue for me because I could live on vegetables. Now, I like a little meat with it. Like I eat 2 little chicken tenders and about that much broccoli. I'm good to go. I am good to go. I brought my IKEA spoon over here to stir this. Go back to these noodles. These noodles are just about there. Need an IKEA spoon. Let's get over here and let's stir this. So we're going to start adding some seasoning. I got some Italian seasonings. And we're going to put some salt. I'm going to get some more salt. I don't use a whole lot of salt, but you do need a little bit for flavoring. So let's put a little bit spicy. Maybe a little bit more. Okay. So, now we got this all cooking. And it don't take turkey long. Turkey actually will cook up, chicken breast, turkey breast will cook up quick. I'm going to turn that off back there. That's just about done back there. Those green beans are already cooked because they're canned green beans. So, and that spaghetti squash has been in there about almost 5 minutes. I've been off the whole week. This is my last day in the morning when I get up and the alarm clock goes off. I have to go back to work. It's hard when you've been off to go back, but I have such a good job. I'm so blessed to have a good job. It's not going to be that big of an issue. These noodles are about done. I'm going to pull them off the heat and let them sit there and finish in that water because it's going to take a little while to get this spaghetti sauce done. And we are cooking and cooking and cooking. Okay, let's set that over there. Alrighty, that's got them there. I got to check my husband's turkey patties that are in the oven. So we're going to flip them in just a little bit. And I'll tell you what, we're going to get this browned off, and I'm going to check that turkey. I'm going to check that turkey that's over there in the microwave. Spaghetti squash. I'm going to check the spaghetti squash in a minute. And then when it's done, I'm going to show you what we do. So just hang on and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. And I had to do another 5 minutes, but I think it's going to be done. I'm not going to let it do another 4 minutes. We're going to bring it out. Now let me turn you guys so you can see how I bring it out. Because you don't want to touch it. It is scalding hot. And it will leak in your microwave a little bit, so you'll have to wipe your microwave out. But I believe it's done. We're going to set it on this plate right here. And I just usually take a towel. Look at this. I can kill a microwave, so I have to be careful. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, and this is going to be enough to feed me for 2 nights. So I'm going to take it like this, and you can see how soft it is. See that? Now my knife just goes through it so quickly. If you need to, you use that towel. It's a clean towel that I've got out. It's the one I used when I washed it. I cut off that little end piece so I can get around there. The little, where it was connected to the vine. Let's just get rid of that. And we're going to go all the way through it. We're going to flip it over. Now, look at that. Now you can do it in the oven. You can do it, I think it takes over an hour, sometimes an hour and a half, just depending on what size spaghetti squash. This one was almost 3 pounds. And this time of year, they're not inexpensive because, you know, it's not garden season. So we're buying them out of season. So I'm going to get a bowl. And I need a pretty good size spoon because we have to take the seeds out. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here gently. We're going to remove the seeds. And one of the good things is the seeds are usually in the same spot, so you can kind of do your spoon back and forth like that, and then that way you're not losing a lot of your goody stuff that's in there. So, and I'm going to only eat with half of this tonight. The other half I'm going to put in the refrigerator for tomorrow, but I'm going to go ahead and prepare it and put it in a bowl with a lid. So, let's go ahead and we'll clean this side out too. This one has a lot of seeds. Sometimes they have an extra amount of seeds. But this one's not too bad. I like that they're kind of all hanging out kind of in the same spot. This one had a few hid underneath here. So sometimes you'll lose a little bit of that noodle, so to speak, but you don't want seeds. I don't like the seeds. Okay, so now this is what we're going to get. Let me cut my oven off. My husband's turkey burger patties are probably done. So now I'm going to take this towel and I'm just going to set this one on the counter. It's not going to hurt anything. And I'm going to hold it in that there because it is hot. I can feel it through the towel. That's how hot it is. And let me grab a fork. A fork does better for this. Now you're going to lean it forward. I need to kind of, I am right-handed, so this is going to be a little bit tricky. Oh, and there I found a few more seeds. So let's take that fork and get those seeds out of there. There we go. Now we're going to hold it like that. We're just going to take that fork and we're going to start shredding it. You can see it coming out. Now, I did get Harold to eat this one night, but he didn't like it. He didn't like it at all. And I love it. It's delicious. It's very delicious. Let me tell you. It's very good. I could eat this every night. I liked it better than noodles. So now you see all that beautiful, delicious. And I scrape it until there ain't nothing left in there. And like I said, I'm going to eat half of this tonight and half of it tomorrow. And tomorrow, I'm probably going to use, make it some kind of chicken to go on it. Like a chicken, garlic, something. But we're going to get that. Alright, now, I'll do the other half later. I'm just going to show you because this is my plate for tonight. So, to this plate, we're doing low carb so we can have butter, real butter. I'm going to do probably about 2 tablespoons of butter. Let's get that in there. We're going to put it in there. It's going to melt all over it. You may want to cut it up a little bit more so it can get in there. Then I'm going to add some garlic powder. Just a little bit of garlic powder to it. Add some of my wonderful steak seasoning salt that I love. Just a little bit, not much, because I don't want that full steak flavor that's in there. And you're going to need some salt. Not a whole lot, but okay. And then some pepper. Okay. Now, I'm going to take that butter and just kind of let that melt around in there. Stir it up. I could eat it like this. I don't have to have the meat sauce, but I had to cook my daughter something tonight, so I thought, I'll just make me that. I think this one little thing here cost us about $3 and something. It was a little expensive. To me, that's expensive, but it feeds me for 2 nights. So, that's not too bad. It's $1.50 a night. So, I'm trying to stir this butter around in here and get this good. I want you to see that, how good that is. And that is just so good. The more garlic you put in it, the better it is. I love lots of garlic salt. Lots and lots of garlic salt. I mean garlic powder, not garlic salt on there. And I think we're ready to go over and put some sauce on this. You don't have to put sauce on it if you don't want to. You can do chicken. Different things. Oh, one of the first things I forgot to put in there was a little bit of this Parmesan cheese. Just a little bit of that. And I don't care if it's not broken up. But I put the Parmesan on the spaghetti squash and then I stir that in. That kind of gives it that salty, cheesy deliciousness. Now we're going to add some sauce on here. And it's scalding hot, let me tell you. A little bit more. And there you go. There's your big old serving of spaghetti squash spaghetti. You can put some shredded cheese on that baby. You can do whatever you want. You can do half of this and have it with a salad. Let me see if I can try it. It's a little hot, but we'll see. Ooh, like I said, I could just eat this squash. And it didn't really taste like squash. It tastes like some delicious noodles with some Parmesan cheese and some garlic on there. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video tonight. because I had missed doing one for you. I'll be back on Wednesday with an Encouragement Wednesday. I'm sorry I missed last week. I was traveling. But you guys have a wonderful, blessed evening. And until next time, I'm Creamy Nene.